What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? We're in our knife round right now. Nuisance versus imp5. That is short for imp5. And in the middle of our knife round, we've lost a couple players. Chaos is currently ensuing, and looks like a small T advantage here, but it trades out to be... Oh no, he's at 100. You're done. Yep, Ralph is going to go ahead and finish him off. They're going to swap to CT side. Our map is indeed Inferno. No weird map changes coming in last second here. And you can definitely look forward to some good play as we are now in the semifinals. Thanks for tuning in here today, guys. And thanks for joining me here again. They failed to swap sides. We'll leave it up to them, though. And there we go. The admin has done it for them. The match is restarting, and our two teams are going to be facing off against each other here in the North Qualifier. This is Qualifier number 2. So this is the last North Qualifier to take place. And on imp5, we're going to have Prith, we're going to have Patty, Gravity, Ralph, and Blackhawk versus Team Nuisance's Angry, Psychedelic, Power in Love with the Keyboard, and Sloshed and Silk. Oh, and we've got some good defense already coming out. Patty gets that early game pick, and then retreats safely behind a smoke. Sloshed, not silly enough to follow through blind, is going to stay safe. But with that team advantage, we'll see how it ends up affecting them here in this pistol round. A little bit important to talk about how they're following this up here. They're not following up with too much aggression. They're not too worried. They're not too worried about getting the refrag here. They're just playing basic Counter-Strike. They're noticing that the CTs are going to give them a passive game, and there you go. We just saw it right there. Angry's going to get a free kill as the CT walks right through the smoke. A little bit of a misplay here, but Pith nearly catches him out, actually. A little bit surprising. And the CT defenders over here at B are going to have to rotate around as A is what's currently being attacked right now. Pith going to be on the defense right here. Fails to get his attack. Fails to get his bullets to land, excuse me. And is going to fall back. And fall back perfectly he does as CTs gain control of bomb when they rotate from B. Leaving only Power in Love alive. That's what we're going to shorten his name to. I know it's just Power, but I'm pretty sure it's just Power. But here we go. Gravity. They're taking pot shots at each other, but neither of them really landing here. And 7 seconds left. It's looking pretty bad. He really needs to die here, and there you go. Otherwise, he'd be saving for no reason. Keeping a Glock is not exactly what you want to do on the first round. Counter-terrorists start the game off well. We'll see if they can follow it up. We've seen quite a few eco upsets in the games we've casted so far. So we'll see if we have another potential upset coming up here. And interesting buy, kind of organized. Like that the scouts right in the middle to separate the FAMASs from the SMGs here. And there you go. Gravity is going to take his shots here at mid. Oh, but there you go. A headshot that actually takes Psychedelic down to 25 as well. It gives him an easy one-shot kill there. As Angry does pick up a kill of his own. It's going to be Patty who trades out here. And now looking for the final one. Does not hear the right click there. The change between bursts, however, still manages to get the kill. So imp5, a solid start right here, but they've got one more round to worry about. And here comes the counter buys. We have a pump shotgun, 3 P250s, and a scout coming out. I'm not exactly sure what they're planning to do here besides going for the counter scout, which the counter scout won't even work because it's over here at B. Or no, it's not even, it's no longer on the field. Nice pistol play comes out here. Gravity trades out, but Sloshed coming back in here. They were telling me, their team was talking about how good Slosh was earlier to me, and they were not lying. Blackhawk down, nearly throws away that flank, but in the end does finish off the second player. And now it all comes down to Silk right here. 9mm, thank you for that. Here you go, shotgun in hand. He's looking for it, but he can't seem to make it happen. imp5, yet again, do manage to clutch it out. And, or hold at least. We do have the op coming out here on Blackhawk. He's gonna go for it. No, not the standard shot. Gonna look for the aggressor that might peek out. However, he's gonna walk into Slosh's op. They're gonna trade damage here. Not exactly equal, but enough damage to scare both players here. And nice flash comes out, blinds Blackhawk. He feels like he's forced to rotate back. But CT's counter with a nice aggressive smoke here. Half the map is cut off from them currently, as they're forced into alt and mid. That op could peek at any time. It's always a worry here for Silk and for the T team. But Blackhawk, having been hit, is going to play a very passive psychedelic. Gets a little bit too aggressive on that shoulder peek right there. And ends up dying to the op. Blackhawk right here. And now Silk is going to go for the peek. A nice instant takedown. It's all on Prith now. He's the last one left alive in A. A little bit of a fight breaking down over there as Prith does stay alive a little bit longer. He won't be able to stop the bomb plant or pick up the kill on the player he really needs. He's going to be left in a 2v3 right now. He needs to make something happen, but he's currently stuck. He's waiting for someone to aggress him because he knows how defensively strong his position is. And there you go. Gravity falls. It's all on him to act now. The players are teasing him here, and there you go. He will find it. He has that game sense. He knows he's up there. Oh, but he takes out a grenade instead of using his gun. Slosh is going to take him out with a nice headshot. And the terrorists are going to get their first round here on the first spy round, which is always a satisfying feeling. You never want to let counter-terrorists snowball to that 5-0 mark. It's just never fun to see and never fun to try and figure out at that point, should you do the same thing or should you not? Not sure whether or not it didn't work or if you just got unlucky. Will it work next time? Those kind of situations. That's where the psychology of CSGO really comes into play. Whether or not players will repeat patterns and whatnot. But here we go. Blackhawk so close to Silk. They're both just trying to bait each other out here. And Blackhawk gonna fire a little bit late there. Misses it. And now he can hear Blackhawk trying to jump down. He watches him jump down. Silk is going to keep the aggression here. Takes him down. And Prith on the rotate. The arch defense comes in. Gravity a little bit overextended here. Lucky it was a one-man peak. And Prith in the meantime is going to hold apartments. This push of theirs being demounted very well. It's back to a 3v2 in the CT favor. Not looking good here. And there you go. Patty's in the perfect place to hear this charge come in. And he just needs to sit tight and make sure the bomb doesn't go down. 35 seconds on the clock. Gravity being the perfect distraction that he is. This is all up to Patty now. Or excuse me, Gravity being the perfect distraction. Doesn't get to the bomb planter in time. Takes down one, but not the last. Gravity comes in right in time to finish off the player who's not looking the right direction. And that's going to be a fourth round for counter-terrorists. They give the terrorists one victory, but quickly snag it back out of their hands. And now the control goes back to the counter-terrorists, as the CT, or as the terrorists will have no money. If you guys are having problem with the video, do try lowering it. It does have source options, so you can take it down from source to medium to mobile if that's even necessary. But besides that, I'm not a tech guru. It's the best advice I got, unfortunately. Here we go. They're going to get aggressive at B with that smoke falling so long down. Nobody had the courage to run through it, especially not on a pistol round, as they were fearing of what might be lurking on the other end, like this M4 right here. Ooh, but the flash is going to be avoided, and now the spray comes down as Gravity catches the second player, side of the second player before the smoke pops. He actually tagged Sloshed as well. I'm not sure if he even heard him, but he did a great job tagging him. Blackhawk and Ralph, both going to pick up a kill respectively. And that leaves a hunt right here, as Slosh does get spotted. He barely doesn't react in time to that headshot. And Counter Terrorists playing a solid game here, not letting an eco slip through their hands, not letting buy rounds slip through their hands easily, and giving Nuisance a little bit of a fight. Or actually a lot of a fight, excuse me, since they're 5-1 now. I'm gonna follow that smoke. I'm determined on this one. No, I'm not gonna be able to follow it. I want to see where that lands. That lands perfectly, so that's the throw they've been throwing this entire game that I haven't been able to spot. Gravity peeking to see if they're rushing through smoke. That's not the case, though. He's gonna see logs. He's gonna see multiple. He gets out alive. Gonna toss a flash. I spoke too soon. He does fall, and a Molotov is gonna follow it up here, followed by a grenade. The question is, can Paddy hold from this location? He's going to change it up, and now it's a 2-2 split. In fact, it's nearly a 3-1 split, as Prith had fallen back just in case they were rushing. Prith definitely hears one. Wasn't sure if it was apartment, but finally gets the location. Unfortunately falls, and now it's all up to Ralph. Sitting alone here at site as the one who tries to push through B eventually dies, calls on camera that the player had fallen back. He's now pushing forward and does manage to catch him off guard. But here comes the bomb rotating back around. It's going to be Psychedelic waiting for him, but not waiting well enough. He gets taken out, and now it's all up to Sloshed with that op in hand. Oh, tries to go for the sneaky shot there. Doesn't manage to grab it. Nine seconds left on the clock. These CTs are just being... they should have the team name Nuisance, because that's exactly what they're doing right now. Being a nuisance, peeking, not letting them have bomb, not letting them play the game of Counter-Strike that they want to play here. It's currently not looking in their favor at all. 6-1's quite a distinguishable lead, and it's not looking slim just yet, but it's looking pretty risky at this point if they can't sneak in a few more rounds. Gravity doesn't see the player on his left. This time the smoke didn't land in the best positioning, and this might be the perfect time to abuse it right here. He catches one player with a stray bullet, but Power, pushing through, nearly gets the second. He's down to 15 HP. Not sure if he can call it out to his allies, but it is currently a 3v3 as Silk has recovered, or Silk has not recovered a weapon actually, excuse me. Only Slosh has that op still. But there you go, as I say those words, he does in fact get an M4. And it looks like they want to wrap around to A here, as he's going to attack Blackhawk, catches him off guard, leaving only Paddy alive in B with 15 HP. It's not looking good, but there's there is a reason for him to save. Paddy should definitely do so. But it looks like he's more interested in the clutch. It's a 1v2 situation, and while I understand it, as long as he saves, next round they can still continue to full buy. But if they lose this round right here, they're going to be completely broke. Their teammates are going to receive 1,400, and they're not going to have a chance for a full buy. It'll be a broken buy if they force up. And there you go, Silk spots his opponent. See, Paddy is just one shot away from death here with anything. But at the last moments, he's going to be able to fall back and retreat safely. A little bit lucky. And flipping out here, he should be dead right now. The op is actually being the bane of Slosh's gameplay right here, as he just needs a pistol to finish off his opponent. And Sloshed, for surviving that explosion, is going to unlock an achievement, Last Will and Testament. That's a little bit funny. But Nuisance, they do manage to get their second round, and that's the kind of thing I'm talking about. And even though the CTs do save this round, it is still a little bit of a broken buy here, as Gravity's on a Nova, And Blackhawk desperately needs to start landing shots. Can't miss many more. Otherwise, the T's are going to start collapsing on top of them. And this is what I'm talking about. They're trying to fall back, but there are too many of them. They're bumping into each other here. And a little bit clumsy of a defense, but it's a survivable one. All players get out alive, so no complaints here. And the execute looks like it's going to be B. Gravity completely flashed. Op smoked out from coils, forced to rotate into a more aggressive position. In fact, it's not even the Op, it's Patty. Beautiful flashes coming in as well, but they can't push through. Oh, Blackhawk missing more shots here. He's going to cost his team B side at this rate. Prith manages to catch one of the lurkers and now starts to rotate around here. It's down to the last two CTs against the last two CTs. Or Ts, excuse me. Nuisance don't have the bomb down, but the kill then... Oh, it's back to a 1v1. Does he know where his opponent is? Blackhawk holding the corner. Misses his shot. That gives the opening here. 2 power. He does manage to finish him off. That was a nice headshot. And he recovers the op as well. Well played by the T team there. A little bit nerve-wracking. But at this point, Blackhawk needs to be banned from the weapon. He may be 10-5, but with so many missed shots, it is no doubt a more sprayable weapon would be a little bit better for him here. Power is going to keep up the aggression here. Is Gravity going to come out? Gravity comes out, reveals his positioning, gets himself killed. As Power is going to keep on going through. It's going to be Prith on the rotate here, who nearly takes down the op. Oh, nearly single-handedly too. Now it's all up to Blackhawk. He just needs to try and save a weapon. Honestly, they should be broken for next. No, they will be able to buy next round. Excuse me. There you go. But now we have a much closer scoreline where I believe it was 6-1 earlier. Yes, it was. It was 6-1 earlier. It's now 6-4, looking a lot better for Team Nuisance. And they can swipe the sweat off their brow here. Wipe the sweat, excuse me. Either or, really. But they can kind of start to calm down here as they just need another 2 rounds to feel satisfied on Inferno. Maybe not comfortable, but they can definitely feel satisfied. T's are feeling pretty confident here. They're consistently going for B. And I don't blame them. They've opened up B site a numerous amount of times now, and it's where they've had their most luck. But if they can just get 1 kill over at A and force a rotate or at least a mispositioning from the B side players, that would probably be ideal. But with bomb geared up and another player rotating back around, it really looks like they're going to commit to the A play here. They smoke off a side and they do start pushing. Blackhawk just needs to hug the corner here. Are they going to check it? Power checks it, but not well enough. He misses the player sitting in the back of the corner. Unfortunately, he doesn't get more than 1. And now, Silk is going to rotate right into an enemy player. No, he's going to go for the bomb. He's going to go towards Arch side. And now he's left by himself as smoke fades. It's going to be Ralph to finish him off. Ooh, Nova tossing out the harsh comments in chat. And despite all the misses, I mean, he is getting the kills. Terrorists aren't shutting him down that easily, and he's getting away with it, with not hitting his shots until he does. So he's not being penalized for missing too many shots here. You can see 11-7, Gravity close by at 10-7. And here we go. This is what I like to see. They're going to go back to their default. They have the money to buy up this round, but this will be the last round that they'll be able to buy up if the CTs win again. So I'd like to see them focus in on B here because it's definitely what wasn't working previously. However, I do believe CTs have actually changed it up. I think we have different players in this positioning. I think he's going to come straight through the smoke. He's going to see no one charge through. He's called their bluff. And T's, are they going to fall back? They're going to keep the pressure, but on both sides. They're going to pressure both sides equally, or at least as equally as they possibly can. And now with the first kill here, Blackhawk's going to lead that op shot just enough to get what looks like a free kill practically. Oh, but Slosh, nice trade outs. And CTs really have no idea where to expect the bomb, really. Prithvi. Is he going to spot the player all the way in T-spawn? Or CT spawn, excuse me. He definitely hears Psychedelic. Psychedelic going to a cross. And Power really couldn't afford to miss that shot right there as Psychedelic gets spotted. They're running out of time now. 15 seconds left on the clock. The plant needs to go down. Psychedelic going on the hunt. Prith comes into view, and now the defense just needs to come out from Power. And the defense is no longer needed even. They know the location of Patty. It's a 2v1. They just need to play smart. Power missing an op shot, but it was a little bit too quick. Patty doesn't know what to do. He looks a little bit flustered, frozen in his current stance. He takes down one, makes it look simple. Going for the pre-fire on the corner. It looks good, but Power's going to get the trade instead. And that is going to be a 5th round for Team Nuisance. Ooh, they're gonna go for call for a pause, but it was a little bit too late apparently. Admin wasn't able to get the pause in time. And he can't pause mid-game. They do have all their players, so I'd assume it would be an FPS bug. And there you go. The smoke goes down, but they still lose B site. And on this eco, or at least eco buy. Yeah, they're gonna get demounted here, and not looking good. 1v4, FAMAS in hand. He's gonna go for the peek. He's gonna get opt down. And hopefully now we get the pause here from Ombo. Yep, there it is. And while I'm in this pause here, guys, I just want to go ahead and take the time to switch over to this little page right here, which is if you guys haven't played in a zone yet, if you haven't played at all with your team, you can still sign up for 3 more qualifiers. However, you can only play in one of them, because if you wanted to play in more than one, you had to participate in the same zone you did last time. Meaning, if you played in North previously, you have to play in the second qualifier for North. That's the way it works. So if you played in East, you've missed your chance to qualify in the second qualifier already. North is currently going on, so South and West, you guys both still have an opportunity to qualify. But if you're but you can only compete in one more qualifier. And signing up is real easy. You just create an account, which takes actually less than 2 minutes, as it's just a simple email verification, and then you just click the sign up button. That's actually all it is. And there you go. You can see I've read and accepted the rules. Click yes. You can invite your entire all your play. You can make your team just as simply as you did make your account, and say yes. I mean, I got this up and running within 2 minutes 30 seconds, roughly 2.5 minutes, and I basically had my team ready to play in ESL India. Even though I'm from America, I'm not competing. So yeah. It's really simple to do, guys, and if you're still looking to compete, you can absolutely still do so. And there we go, just gonna switch back into the game here. PC crashed on one guy here. And 7-6, I'm not sure if last round should really count. There's definitely not gonna be a time lapse. At least I don't think so. They're not gonna pull it back. Admin seems a little bit quiet, and that was probably the fastest reboot ever. And they're saying don't unpause, because they probably want to know if they can go back one round. Oh, there's another disconnect, okay. This time it's different? No, it's the same player. Glad they caught it that quickly. There was a team named Dignitas India. That is indeed true. And I don't think they're officially sponsored, if I remember correctly. They were not. Oof. I go by Naughty Walrus, guys. Tossing out real names, oh boy. I'm not like Andrews or Semler. But, yeah. I go by Naughty Walrus online, but Andrew White, I'm from the USA. That's where they've recruited me from, and I'm going to be your caster here today and for the next couple of days, since we still have 2 more zones to go through. These are the ESWC qualifiers for the LAN in Mumbai. That will actually determine, that's going to determine the team that goes to Paris, France. This is determining who the 24 teams are that'll compete on LAN. And here we go. We are finally on pause. We're going back into the game. Prith and Gravity going to be doing the defense here at B. They definitely flopped on a couple occasions now, but hopefully they've learned their lesson and they can work together to hold here perfectly. The Swag 7 can be absolutely devastating in the right hands. And with no smoke and peeking that long corridor, that is not what you want to do. They leave it completely open. There's no way the rotate can come in time, but a beautiful flash blinds the opponent. He's going to spray down one player and nearly take out a second. Meaning he set the game up for Blackhawk right here. Blackhawk doing a lot of damage. His second offenser is at 19 HP. He taps him lower through the wood, but he's going to retreat now. And the op is going to come in. That's going to be Power taking him down. Really great plays coming in from him. And now Ralph going to be the next one to rotate in. It is a 2v3, but it is B site. An extremely difficult site to take here. Oh, and his ally falls. He gets shot through smoke. Everything's going wrong. They aggress against him. Silk is going to take him down. 7-7. The momentum here for imp5 has been broken. And this is not the amount of rounds you want to give to a T side on Inferno. It's definitely not looking good here, guys. Team Nuisance bothering the CTs quite a bit, really. It was a shaky start, 6-1 in the first 7 rounds, but they've really managed to pull it back here with a little bit of help of PC problems, presumably. And now they've got the triple defense on B. It's really just all going wrong until Blackhawk comes in with the double swag. Oh, man. Beautiful shot comes in as another CZ kill comes in. It's a perfect eco. Bomb is still under control, but the CTs refuse to rotate here. And Power misses his op shot. Lands the second one, but Silk has not recovered Bomb. Blackhawk nearly goes down because of the flames alone, and it's going to be Ralph to rotate in. They have control of Bomb. The positioning on that Bomb is just too strong. You can see it right here as the grenade finishes it off. It's just on that little ledge. They want it so bad. You can see where they're aiming. But Ralph does a fantastic job holding. It's now a 1v1, 35 seconds on the clock. A lot of mind games can come into play here. He thinks his opponent's going to be aggressing, but that's not the case. In fact, that was a beautiful blind to follow it up. Ooh, as a grenade nearly bounces off that column to come in and kill Power in the cubby. That was a close call. But the question is, how has Ralph played this and how will he play it? He's going to keep peeking, and he lands the shot. 8-7, imp5 do keep the 1-round advantage coming into the next half, but it's only a 1-round advantage. Don't hold your breath here. Anything can happen. This is an intense semifinals. I did indeed catch Semler falling on that stage, but with precariously, if you notice the steps on the stage, they were like precariously short. So whenever you like visualize a step, I'm just saying I'm not surprised he got tripped by that stage. Not that he deserves sympathy, because that was hilarious, and he probably laughed at himself as well. That was awesome. And here we go. We're going into our pistol round. Ralph spraying through the smoke. If anything, it should have been psychedelic to get that frag. And here comes the beautiful fake out. They're going to start running down B. The only person to spot this will be Sloshed. The question is, how are they going to hold it off? They're not going to run through smoke. That's going to be key. They didn't run directly into Sloshed, who I'm not even sure if he could hold off 3 people coming through smoke with the P250. Well, He definitely could, but the question is, could he, if you understand what I'm saying. Oh, he's going to be holding close. All or nothing. He takes down one, sets himself up for the second. He does tons of damage, and the rotate is good. Silk coming in here along with his friendly. He's going to get taken down, though, and quickly this is swinging into the favor of the T's. However, the damage still says that the CT should be able to recover this, and especially with a CZ, or excuse me, it's P250 that'll penetrate armor. Imp will definitely go down in the next 2 shots, no matter what. They peek simultaneously on one corner, get faked out by the other, and 9mm is going to finish it off in nice fashion. Nuisance start off this half very well, and it's not over yet, but that's a solid round for the counter-terrorists. We're going to even up on the scoreboards, and that Ben Franklin P250 is going to be the victory reward there for 9mm. The other semifinal is actually currently going on, so when this one finishes up, which is presumably going to be happening after the other semifinals, because this one is really close, so it's probably going to take a lot of time. The other one might not be, it might go faster. That all depends on the technical problems in that one. We really haven't had many technical problems with this one. Nothing's going on the map, nobody's peeking, so we still have a little bit more time to speak about that. So I'll be recasting in the finals. I'll be rejoining you guys in the finals. Oh, sloshed. That's not how you want to hold here. They did actually buy up, excuse me. I didn't expect that. Despite losing, because they got the bomb plant and because they had the money, they are going to go ahead and buy up. And there you go. That recovered Nova gets put to use, doing no damage, actually, as the P90 is going to rotate into CT side. He catches these 2 players on the flank, and Silk gets the headshot on Gravity to finish off that round. Nuisance, oh man, they don't get surprised too hard by the eco. They don't let the momentum swing as they rush into B, and they respond really well and quickly. Terrorists probably need to abuse that. It's a little bit of quick rotates coming in from Nuisance. It's not full commits. They don't leave A side open necessarily, but that's probably one of their best strats they'll be able to execute here. I'd have to look at it a little bit closer, I'm gonna be honest. The quality on it is not, or the white background has too much vibrance for me to be able to see clearly what the image is. But I'll check it out for sure after this game. Psychedelic picks up the kill. Oh no, the bomb goes down out in the open. Psychedelic doesn't even have to get aggressive, but he is going to get aggressive. And now here comes the push in apartments that gets shut down by a P250. Psychedelic, I love his choice right here. He doesn't push into Boiler. They have bomb control. Instead, Slosh is going to finish off Prith as he comes out to apartment balcony. We're at the beginning of the round here. Let's go ahead and check it out. Oh, that's a solid logo. That looks professional. Yeah, that's really good quality too. Like, no rough edges or anything like that on the picture. Oh, spray through smoke, Psychedelic. Going for the lucky shots, gets returned, fired on. Now he knows where Blackhawk is. Gravity's just going to make sure nobody's pushing in B, pre-firing the corner, letting him know, trying to assert his dominance, but he's going to get smoked out! Oh, 9mm assumes he has total control, ends up going down, another kill comes in, CTs are going to lose a lot of control over map here, but they're going to be holding. Oh, does he know? No, he doesn't expect the flank, they wrap from arches. And now Slosh with the op, he's looking for a player going into A, but he's not going to find it. They're playing a slow game here, a beautiful game at that. And Patty's going to go down, but does he expect the corner? AK nearly gets the no-scope, going to aggressively continue it, but he's the last player left alive, and he's going to get taken down. And there you go, the pause does come out as we lose one player yet again. This time it's not last time it didn't work out for imp5, but this time it doesn't work out too well for Nuisance. So I guess you could say that's even game. asking some questions in chat. 4 of the team is at a cafe, which is always nice. It's like when you prep for a LAN. I'm trying to recall what they say, but my brain just isn't functioning this early in the morning. It is 9 a.m. over here, guys, so you're gonna have to excuse me. Boot camping. It's called boot camping, guys. I'm brainless this early in the morning. You'll have to excuse me. But, Nuisance definitely have a solid behold. That was solid. But a little bit too much aggression, and they're losing players unnecessarily. They smoked down here. I can't really justify it. It was such a solid shot. Like, I don't blame him for playing behind car in that situation. You get your smoke down. You do it. I don't know. I want to say it wasn't the smartest thing to do because the T was already pre-firing that exact location right here. However, when you get smoke down, you wouldn't expect them to continue. Oh man, I'm trying to justify it and rationalize it in my head right now. You know, let's get a more interesting color. Oh, you just press enter, it doesn't give you option. Let's go with green. Green's a friendly color. Yeah, green's a friendly color. Oh, some beautiful music here on Inferno, don't you guys agree? It comes from this door, right? It does come from the door. No, it comes from the window. I'm trying to spot if there's a tiny object inside the window. There is not. Yeah, it comes from this window, apparently. Yeah, unfortunately, white's just a little bit so bright that you can't actually, when you're looking at it this tiny in-game, you really can't tell. Like, it looks worse on stream, but at least on the right-hand side, actually. I never even looked at it on the right-hand side, but on these bigger avatars, even though they're still like 32 by 32, I think, over here, they still look pretty damn good. Trying to fix his internet right here. He's desperate to be able to play. Wants to be able to help his team. Admin gives him 2 minutes. They're as stubborn as always. Alright, what have we seen from Nuisance so far? We've seen solid Behold. Except that shotgun play from, that was from imp5, excuse me. They had the double kill, swag 7 kill. That was beautiful. I did not think that was gonna line up as well as it did. And just correct aim, correct pre-fire, just beautiful. You get those 2 lined up in a row. Pew, straight through them. Session no longer available, so he's trying to reconnect to the server. How many rounds are we into this half? 4 rounds into this half, and we didn't see an op come out, did we? No, we did. We did, that's right. It was in library over here. I don't know, he could have been more active. I'm trying to see what Nuisance can do. They exert their map presence really well, but actually I have to give the props to imp5 yet again for that. I mean, the constant smokes blocking off lower here, despite them struggling with the round just due to aim battles, like, the actual strats coming out of imp5, I gotta say, are probably a little bit stronger. They got their early picks over, what was it, at B, and then they rotate on over to A, knowing that 2 terrorists are gonna come over to B. So that way they get a 4v1 instead, because only 1 player is located back here in pit. And that's all they had to worry about. Just imp5, they're making the right decisions, they're not executing as well as they could on it. And that execution comes down to multiple things. It comes down to pre-aim, it comes down to pre-fire, it comes down to not pre-firing, it comes down to tossing nades, it comes down to not tossing nades, when to know when to do all that, when to reveal your position, when not to. And yeah, it's those tiny things where things go a little bit wrong for them, and that's really the only reason I feel like they have a disadvantage in this game right now. Nuisance are just kind of out aiming them, and it's a little bit unfortunate, but hey man, when you're versing strong players, it's hard to shut that down, no matter what you do. You guys are talking about the internet over there. Both teams, though, I'm glad to see at least, yeah, I know nothing about Indian internet, which is why I'm going to completely side skirt that topic away and just move on to my own topic, which is that both teams seem actually really well versed in Inferno. I've seen some really sloppy Inferno, and this is not it. This is tight, controlled, some good CS Inferno. Oh, looks like they recognize each other. Oh, did we lose? I'm not even talking to my own admin. Okay, admin's gone. And the server seems to have locked out the admin. Chat is going hysterical. I don't even need to say anything. They're having a blast watching this situation play out. And let's restart the match. I have to assume that he's saying the entire match. I mean, it's not fun to try and win 7 rounds on T side. That's what you got to think in the end game. Is they have to win 7 rounds on T side right now. That's just not fun, Counter-Strike. Not on Inferno. You just don't want to be put in that situation ever. Then again, if anybody could help it, they'd always want to have the 15-0, so that kind of, it seems more obvious than anything than else. So, hashtag admin wrecked. I think that's an official hashtag we can use in Twitch chat here, as I'm not going to be leaving the server, ever. But with that said, guys, we're just going to sit here waiting for a little bit, I guess. And we'll see when they decide to reconnect, and I'll just play a little bit of music to chill in the meantime. I'm reconnecting to the server as we speak here, guys, so definitely do not picnic. We'll bring this match back to you as soon as possible. It seems like a server glitch happened, or some sort of technical difficulty that just made everyone unable to join the server, which is unfortunate. But since they're restarting it, I'm already reconnecting and just waiting for the actual server to go back up. And we're going to be replaying with 9-10, imp5 on 9, and Team Nuisance on 10. So we're just going to replay from there, guys. Yes, guys, we just had a little bit of technical difficulties. It is actually 10-9, Team Nuisance on 10, as imp5 are 7 rounds away from victory right now. That's just how I'm remembering it in my brain to recall that I am correct right here. And we are currently calling in a substitute because ping issues cannot be resolved, as a 5th have joined up for imp5. That doesn't mean the best, but until that substitute is decided and the other two can connect, because we're having minor issues with fitting 12 people into the server at first, we're gonna keep playing the music here for a little bit. Because it is, music is my co-caster currently, guys.
You
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, they apologize for the delays, which is awfully kind of them because it's not really on their end. Meaning they are not necessarily at fault here. Although that would depend on your perspective, largely, in a lot of cases. But, with that said, we are continuing on to the match. As Greedy Admin asks for all the skins. It is going to be two aggressive players down here, and B, no, they are going to grenade, accidentally fail one, and back off. Okay. I was a little bit worried there because I wasn't seeing what they were actually planning. But we are now calm, we are back in game, and a lot of shots being exchanged right now. A lot. Slosh gonna reload just in time, but not able to pick up a kill here. It's gonna be 5 enemies on site already, and Blackhawk is not gonna be the defender as Bomb is actually geared up to going A. Their sub, does he catch wind of this, or how do they decide to play this? Oh, Psychedelic picks up one, but he doesn't manage to get the second, and that's the big thing. Instead, it's Silk, and because of that bomb placement being all the way out in middle, awkwardly standing here, I want my green back, sitting all the way out here in middle, it didn't manage to get into B quick enough. Just straight up. Gave the CTs enough time to play it, and well played. Team Nuisance. Oh, Admin keeping score for me, as it is 11-9. Tees did get a solid opening, but we've lost all progress and momentum here. So unfortunately, stats aren't going to be working at optimal capacity here. Oh, they're getting very close to shooting each other, but neither player picks up a kill here. For some reason, Psychedelic's icon on the minimap is a ghost. Not exactly sure why that is, but we're not going to be bothered by it too much. Instead, Ralph is going to be bothered as his cranium is penetrated by a bullet. Ooh, Slosh, nice pre-fire, nearly gets his opponent. Oh, and we'll follow it up with another headshot as he takes down one, and then a third. No, that was only two, actually. Excuse me. It's going to be 12-9 Nuisance. And it's a good CT side. Their opponents are on another eco buy here, or at least yeah, exactly that. It's a broken buy. It's 2 Galeals, 2 AKs, and a CZ. But that's not really going to help them out too much, to be honest. They need some real firepower to take what the CTs have down. Either that or they're going to need some phenomenal plays, and I like Asifakan's spot. This sub is playing quite differently from the last. As Slosh is boosted up in the corner, I like this play. It's a known play at this point, but I haven't seen it in a little bit, so it might just be unexpected. Silk is going to continue to be aggressive. He's going to take on 2 players simultaneously, and that's going to be too many as he goes down. Blackhawk nearly firing on his ally, gets taken down along with his ally. CTs make their claim back into this game. It's a 1v3, but the last two remaining players are extremely low, and the bomb is in a terrible position. If Patty just had bomb control, proper bomb control is something I've been constantly talking about in this match. Both teams really penalizing each other for it really well, but both teams nearly really seeming like they have good control over bomb either. And you'd think teams that are really good at penalizing each other for misplacing the bomb would also be very aware of where they place the bomb, but it doesn't seem to be the case. In fact, look at how passive 9mm is. So passive, just wants to stay as close as possible to his teammate, since his teammate is watching over the bomb. And that's absolutely a broken buy. That's not a force buy, as it's only 13-9. Force buy calls for a very close situation. They absolutely had the round to play, to wait another round. Oh, but Asfakan throws his nade a little bit too late and doesn't manage to switch down back to his main gun in time. But nice headshots from 9mm. Takes down 3 players consecutively. It's going to be followed up with some offensive play here from Patty, but he gets shut down as well. And that's a 5K. That is an ace eco coming in here for 9mm. He's got to be a happy camper here. And unfortunately, the scoreboards, we can't see how that affects him in the overall long run of the game, but we can see that it puts him on top right here and now. 6-1. Looking absolutely devastating. It is now 14-9, looking like Nuisance aren't going to have a chance at coming, or looking like, imp5 aren't going to have a chance to come back into this game. Nice flash coming in here, but he peeks a little bit too late, and Asfakan does manage to dodge the flash. That's always the worry. If your opponent can dodge the flash, then it's actually counterproductive to not peek with the flash, because if you peek with the flash, you're going to get a sight of where he is, and your opponent is not going to be looking at you. But that is extremely based on whether or not your opponent can dodge the flash in the first place. Here we go. Silk smoked out right here. 9mm is not going to show himself. There you go. He does eventually, though. And now with the distraction, Silk manages to slip into a deep corner there and pick himself up 1 kill, but only 1. And oh, 9mm switches back just in the nick of time. Patty really should have gotten him. If he had just gotten him right there, he'd be in a really good situation to hold off this final counter-terrorist. But now, 10 seconds left, and Nuisance with the flank Asfakan does finish him off. That name's a little bit of fun. It is now 15-9. A full buy comes out for the terrorists, but it still doesn't look good for them. Excuse me. Slosh is going to pick up the op that he was doing a lot of work with on T's side. So we'll have to see how they manage to hold him back here. Oh, going to pre-fire. Not even worried about anybody coming that far up. He's going to purely go for the shot on the corner player, and he's going to find it. Oh, but Asfakan getting way too aggressive does get finished off by a player expecting his push. Deathcam must have shown a little bit too much here as they bring it into a 3v4. Slosh is going to hold this corner with the op. He picks up 1. This is his chance to turn it back into their favor, and he's going to get a headshot. Misses the 3rd shot, but it's okay. He's gotten his 2-for-1 trade out, and he's evened it up. 2v2, 1 sitting on A, 1 sitting on B. 9mm in a dangerous, dangerous position right here. But honestly, I like it a lot. If they come from B, there's a good chance that they might miss him. If they come from A and wrap towards B, there's a good chance he's going to catch them off guard. And either way, I really like his position, despite there being a lot of circumstances in which he just gets instantly killed. And this is probably a lot of bias on my part, just because that's a position I would play. Here we go. They're silently moving in on A site. They have 20 seconds to plant the bomb, which is plenty for how close they are to site. Are they going to toss down bomb? No, Silk is going to hear. Does he hears him jumping down, and now 9mm is completely out of position. He does have armor. He does have a kit. He has a couple grenades to use, and a good chance to clutch this out in a 1v2. He's going to slowly eliminate the positions in which he thinks the terrorists are. However, the question is, does he get surprised by pit player? Oh, no, not even a chance for that. Ralph is instantly going to headshot him. And that is the first round the terrorists have picked up in 6 rounds. Correct me if I'm wrong, as it's now 15-10. Match point still for Team Nuisance. This is an intense semifinals game. 5 rounds slipping out of the hands of the CTs is totally doable. It's all on imp5 to make sure that it happens. And actually, with a 4 smoke like that, it's actually very probable that Ralph can get aggressive at B. But it looks like he's not going to do so. Oh, the first kill comes in for Privy. I switch away just in the nick of time to miss that action. There we go. Privy's got to pick up another kill. That gives him the double. Gravity has one of his own, and now it's going to be on the defense. Oh, Slosh picking up one off kill. He's not going to catch the jumping player. Instead, it's going to go the other way around, leaving it in a 1v4. That's going to bring it back to 15-12. Excuse me, 11. Oh, Ralph assuming a little bit too much. Asifakan does pick up one. Asifakan does pick up two. Gets flanked from behind, and that's going to be the end of him. Nice positioning from Patty. Does get the better of his opponent, and they do manage to keep that round. 15-11. 4 rounds away from a match point, or from a overtime, excuse me, not match point. Well, it would be match point, but in that circumstance, the match point would be a tie. They're going to leave one player at B. They are on full eco. They're going to stack up into apartments. Bomb's going to run directly into them. He takes down one, but he doesn't get Sloshed, and Slosh doesn't get a kill either. Slosh is going to try and finish off Privy, but he's been playing so well all of a sudden. He's up to 7-6 now, and holding for his team. As Psychedelic picks up one, he's going to try and get out alive here. No, he's going to continue the aggression, get finished off by a grenade, and it's all going to be up to Silk, who does get aggressive. He gets control of bomb yet again, recovers an M4, and the question is, what does he decide to do in this situation? It looks like he's just going to hold the corner. It is a 1v3 here, but Blackhawk's not landing the bullets he needs to. However, Silk is on 20 bullets, 14 and counting. The flank is coming in here. Ralph manages to slip into apartments unheard. But he just misses his opponent. And Gravity's just gonna run. Silk is gonna miss his golden opportunity. Oh, but Ralph with the flank shoots a little bit too quickly. Bombs all the way over at B. There's no way Silk can stop it here. He's gonna rotate around. Ralph's gonna go the long way to keep himself safe, not knowing where his opponent's going. But it's all on Silk in this situation. He can't get to the bomb quick enough to defuse because he needs 10 seconds. So he does have to win the 1v2 out before he does anything. The smoke comes down that cuts Silk away from his other opponent. And now a beautiful flash going to come in. But he doesn't finish off Gravity. Gravity clutches it for his team. He keeps the dream alive. They don't get that one extra point on a dangerous, dangerous eco. And terrorists are creeping up to that tie ever so closely. Op rings out middle, doesn't find himself a kill. Look how passive these CTs are playing. Definitely a lot of team chatting coming on as they decide to play this passively. They're going to re-smoke middle, and they're both focusing boiler. They're desperately trying to close out this game right here. Oh man, 9mm and Sloshed. So passive right here. The execute's gonna come out. They should be able to call for the rotate in time. Psychedelic does come in, and he even has a corner to aim at as there's a gap in the smoke. He's gonna push it. He's gonna see no one's B. In fact, they're all A, and the over-rotate needs to come out here as it's a 4v4. It's all on Asafakan to hold. Catches Ralph off guard. Down to a 4v3. Can they keep the advantage? Looking like they can. They lose one player though. Asafakan gets caught out as well. It's down to a 2v3 as they did not rotate 9mm over. Bomb has been spotted. Back to another 1v2. It's all on 9mm. It's looking okay here for the terrorists. But 1v2s are lost all the time. And we'll see what 9mm decides to do. He's smoked out currently, but the smoke is fading. Gonna get himself into a skirmish here any second as Blackhawk is waiting around that corner. Spraying through the box will quickly finish off his opponent, and that headshot is going to guarantee the next kill. 9mm can probably guarantee that his opponent's gonna be a pit, but not which side. And Patty does manage to win out, taking a dangerous peek right there. It is 15-13. This game creeping ever closer. It's looking like it just might be a tie. Lord Nod is here. Welcome to the stream, Lord Nod. It is an intense game we're going through right now. Terrorists are on their way back into this game as it's currently 15-13, and oh boy, does it look ever so close. 9mm is going to be holding B by himself. He's flashed out, though. He's going to fall back. They're playing it slowly. They want to keep the advantage here. They don't want to fall to any eco tricks that could come out here. And they're not going to. They do get the first pick here. They're going to pick up bomb, and 3 people are going to head towards B. Not sure if they're going to keep 2 lurkers here. It looks like it. They are pushing in pretty deep. And there you go. They are going to lose 1 player. They're going to lose 2 players. Nice shots coming in from Psychedelic. And then they rotate out of A. Silk and Slosh make the wrong decision. There's probably no call from 9mm saying that he doesn't hear anything. And now the positions are already given up. Silk rotates back into A and gets killed. Nice positioning from Patty, makes it an easy shot. And now Slosh is going to challenge him and fall as well. This is going to be 15-14 quite shortly. 3 AKs versus 9mm's 1 AK without armor. I'm pretty confident in calling this round over. But that only puts it at 19-14. The dream is still alive for Nuisance to not have overtime. And this would be our first overtime out of all the qualifiers. I have not yet seen one. Both teams desperately fighting to be able to compete at LAN here. Bomb is going to go off. They figure he's saving, and that's a smart decision on 9mm's part. They're going to have the money to buy, but having an AK can mean all the difference. Those one-tap headshots, or at least just getting the one-bullet headshots, whether you're spraying or tapping, doesn't really matter as long as you instantly finish off your foe. And here we go. Asafakan, desperate. They're going to pull out a double op. They're going to send one op down to B. They're going to send the other one down to mid, over to mid, and now they're going to try and pinch this position here. And there you go. It opens up really well for Team Nuisance as they take down Blackhawk. He fails to react in time. And now, what do the terrorists decide to do? Are they flustered? They're not going to run through smoke. They're not going to make easy mistakes like that. Asafakan is going to play passive from here on out. The CTs smoke out middle, and they're just going to play a defensive game here. Sloshed Is he going to be able to make the difference here? He senses the aggression. He takes down one and nearly takes out the other. That's Gravity nearly going down as well. It doesn't look good. Match point was so close. But now it's a 2v5. Sloshed is doing all the legwork, taking down one player after another. He can feel the weakness, but he pulls out a grenade. Gives up one free kill. And it's up to Psychedelic to finish it off. It is 16-14. Team Nuisance push on through into the finals. And we'll be rejoining you guys there shortly. I hope you enjoyed this match, and make sure to stay tuned. We'll be continuing shortly as we go on to the finals here for the North Qualifiers. This is the North Zone Qualifier number 2. Thank you guys for tuning in.